oldest of 7 children, Rosie Berger stepped into leadership at an early age. Growing up on a dairy farm in Wisconsin, Rosie was determined by age 13 to get a good education, learn French, and travel. She worked in Switzerland and studied art history at the University of Wisconsin. On a road trip out west, Rosie fell in love with the Rocky Mountains and eventually settled in Sheridan, where she's lived since 1978. Rosie managed and co-owned Sheridan's Britain World Travel for 18 years and served as president of the Sheridan County Chamber of Commerce. As a community leader, Rosie worked with the Wyoming Film Commission, Sheridan Arts Council, WYO Theater Board, State Parks and Cultural Resources Commission, and the Dog and Cat Shelter. Serving 7 terms in Wyoming's House of Representatives, Rosie helped institute legislation for the judicial system, landowner rights, economic development, the health industry, and the prevention of animal cruelty. She served as chair of the House Appropriations Committee, Speaker Pro Tem, and Majority Leader. Rosie was chair of the Council of State Governments West and on the executive board of the National Conference of State Legislatures. Rosie is a 2002 graduate of Leadership Wyoming and a current facilitator, mentor, and coach for the statewide program. She's a co-founder of the Leap into Leadership event and the Wyoming Women's Legislative Caucus, both of which encourage women to rise up and pursue leadership positions. Rosie has served on the Wyoming Judicial Nominating Commission, Climb Wyoming, the Wyoming Women's Foundation, and the Next Generation Advisory Board, for which she is a facilitator on civil discourse. Rosie served on the Brint Museum's National Advisory Council and Gala Committee and coordinated its Christmas Village setup for more than 5 years. For her work and dedication to Wyoming, Rosie was named the Governor's Woman of Distinction in 2023. Rosie says volunteering is a way to give back to the community and strengthen the quality of life we all enjoy in Wyoming. She loves being the conduit between good people and good ideas and believes networking helps to break down barriers. Not only does she learn from others while volunteering, but she also has the opportunity to educate and inform others on issues that are important to all of us. Rotary Club of Sheridan, Wyoming. The Rotary Club of Sheridan was formed in 1919 by a group of businessmen and community leaders. Sheridan's club is the second oldest in Wyoming, just behind Cheyenne, which was formed 1 year prior. Sheridan Rotarians are dedicated to service above self. They are committed to community, joining in a collective effort to make the world a better place. They foster friendship and service through fellowship with hands-on community and world service projects. They also share their values through mentoring and offering opportunities for youth to discover the reward of service. The Sheridan Rotary Club sponsors many service projects. Annually in February, the club holds its ice fishing derby. Proceeds from this fundraiser benefit local nonprofits, provide educational scholarships for Sheridan High School students, and sponsorships for students in the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. Completed in 2021, the club celebrated their 100th anniversary by designing, fundraising, and building the beautiful archway sign that welcomes all who enter Sheridan using the north entryway. Every fall, Sheridan Rotarians buy a general deer license and harvest deer, pay for the processing costs, and donate the meat to the Salvation Army to give to those who need it most from their local food pantry. The club provides volunteers for many community organizations. They support home-delivered meals every Tuesday, helping our aging population by partnering with the Hub on Smith. Once a year, Sheridan Rotarians get to work, helping a family build a safe and affordable home through Habitat for Humanity. One Saturday in December each year, the Rotary Club of Sheridan mobilizes to ring bells for the Salvation Army. Annually, Rotarians pick an ornament, or 2 or 3, from the Big Brothers Big Sisters giving tree, purchase the items listed, and help make Christmas a little merrier for Big Brother Big Sister families in our community. Each spring, for Community Cleanup Day, Rotary volunteers help beautify our Riverwalk by picking up trash along their designated stretch of the Little Goose Creek in South Park. Sheridan Rotary is a singing club, and after their last meeting in December, they go out and sing Christmas carols to shut-ins, businesses, and anyone who needs a dose of Christmas cheer. Cody S. Sinclair, Chief Development Officer at Sheridan Memorial Hospital. Cody Sinclair grew up working in his parents' small business in Thermopolis. Interacting with the community every day, he learned to draw meaning and purpose from community involvement on the storeroom floors. Cody and his siblings worked alongside their parents, but they also learned to connect with everyone in the community and offer help whenever they could to whomever might need it. From this experience, Cody says he values connection with people and relationship building. Volunteering puts others at the forefront of his mind and reminds him of what matters most. It is also a great connection with his family, who volunteer with him whenever they can. Currently the Chief Development Officer at Sheridan Memorial Hospital, Cody serves on the Sheridan Economic and Educational Development Authority Joint Powers Board, the Perkins Board, and as a Bighorn Mountain Trail Run volunteer. Cody was a member of the Chamber Board for 7 years, serving as both president and treasurer during that time. Cody and his wife returned to Wyoming very deliberately 18 years ago after over a decade of moving around for his work in the U.S. Navy. Cody chose to work in education and then at the hospital so that he could stay connected with people in the community in a meaningful way. Cody says that education and healthcare are critical services for any community, but they also make it easy to get involved and make a difference in Sheridan. Cody looks forward to the trail run every year because he and his family have so much fun with the team manning the aid station at Elk Camp. The trail run has a significant impact on tourism, drawing hundreds of families from around the world and showcasing the community. Cody also works closely with hospital volunteers and the foundation board and staff who fundraise for various hospital projects such as the Link Partners in Pink that benefits the patients and families at the Welch Cancer Center. He also enjoys working with gift shop and surgery waiting room volunteers and those planning events for the community. He appreciates the chance to work and volunteer in the same venue. Cody says his parents taught him to value community involvement, and he hopes to pass on the same ethic to his kids. Gail Simmons. A Sheridan County native, Gail Simmons grew up on her family's ranch in Wyarno. Following her retirement after a career as a U.S. Navy officer and at General Electric, she returned to Sheridan County. Gail started the Civics 307 blog in 2017. The blog follows the Wyoming legislature, including articles on the session, providing a tracker on each bill as it winds through the process, and posting a final roll call vote. A few years after starting the blog, Gail created WYO Vote, a website providing nonpartisan voter education across Wyoming. The goal of the website is to increase availability and accessibility to accurate, thorough information on processes, requirements, timing, elected positions, and candidates. Gail currently guides the content for the website and training development. Gail has been a member of the Rotary Club since 2017 and currently serves as treasurer. Through Rotary, she has helped with cleanup at Rotary Park, bell ringing for the Salvation Army, and build days with Habitat for Humanity. Gail joined the Chamber in 2016 and became an ambassador in 2017. As an ambassador, she helps welcome new businesses and organizations to the community through ribbon cuttings and assists with various community events. She also serves as the Chamber's Government Affairs Committee's secretary. As a member of the Sheridan County Cattlewomen, Gail helps the organization promote beef production and encourages youth in agriculture. Each year, the group puts on an Ag Expo to introduce 5th grade students across the county to the ways that agriculture impacts their lives. Gail is also a member of the 4-H Mountain Camp Board and currently serves as the treasurer. When asked why she volunteers, Gail says that throughout her life, she benefited immensely from growing up in Sheridan. She attributes the education she received and the role of individuals, organizations, and businesses in creating an unmatched quality of life. Because of this, she had the opportunities to expand her horizons and internalize core Wyoming values that contributed to her success in life and career. Volunteering is her way of paying it forward. She says that the not-so-secret sauce that elevates Sheridan County as a remarkable community to work, play, and raise a family is the generosity of time and resources invested by everyday citizens. She strives to encourage and expand that participation, whether it be at the voting booth, charitable events, critical services, successful business ventures, or community gatherings. The Salvation Army of Sheridan. An international movement, the Salvation Army is an evangelical part of the Universal Christian Church with a mission to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and to meet human needs in His name without discrimination. The Salvation Army was created in 1852 by William and Catherine Booth. Today, the Salvation Army is active in virtually every corner of the world and serves in 133 countries. The Salvation Army launched the Sheridan Offensive in 1915, operating out of a corp building at 24 East Grinnell Plaza. In Sheridan, the Salvation Army operates as a church, a social service center, a food pantry, and as a thrift store. Last year, over $450,000 of donated food at their Harvest Food Pantry was distributed to more than 1,000 households. 811 individuals in need of direct financial assistance were given nearly $150,000 in hands up for rent, clothing, household goods, medical expenses, utilities, transportation, automotive needs, emergency lodging, bus passes, and other assistance. The thrift store provides affordable shopping on new Target salvage merchandise and gently used items for resale, with all revenue contributing to the Salvation Army's overall income to help provide their social services. Their iconic Red Kettle bell ringing campaign income also stays local. The Salvation Army does all of this with 3 full-time employees, 9 part-time employees, 3 AARP paid volunteers, 18 advisory board members, and numerous volunteers. The Salvation Army also provides seasonal employment for paid bell ringers when not enough volunteers step up to ring. Gary Dobney, the envoy in charge, is past president of the Sheridan Rotary Club, the chairman of the Sheridan Rotary Foundation, a member of Pastors United in Christ, and the Sheridan Ministerial Association, as well as a regular attendee at chamber lunch programs. 2 Sheridan churches contribute to the Army as their local mission, and numerous individual donors, corporate donors, and local foundations contribute financially to the Army because they know that the Salvation Army is good stewards of what they receive.
Bighorn Equestrian Center. Best known for hosting such famous events as Bighorn Polo Club Soccer, First Interstate's Bighorn Mountain Cup, and Don King Days, the Bighorn Equestrian Center was formed in 1982. It was originally created as a 501c3 organization with the vision of providing a beautiful venue for primarily ag and equestrian-themed events. The center brings together thousands of people for community and equestrian events, as well as many private and corporate events and celebrations of all kinds. No tax dollars are spent on the center. It takes much hard work, expensive materials, and talented people to assure the grounds, fields, and clubhouse are held to their highest standards. To best accommodate their many needs, the organization depends on event income, donation, and patronage. The Equestrian Center is overseen by a board of trustees and an executive director with seasonal staff and volunteers. Hosting several nationally known events and bringing in hundreds of contestants from across the United States and the world, the center generates significant revenue for Sheridan and the surrounding area. Not coming alone, those contestants bring their coaches, their grooms, their families, their friends, and their horses. They attract thousands of tourists and supporters to come watch their action. For the local economy, this means thousands of people staying in hotels, renting seasonal housing, dining, fueling, shopping, using local veterinarians, and more. The Bighorn Equestrian Center staff works diligently behind the scenes to secure and maintain these valuable relationships, be available to assure all creature comforts are available for them, and to provide a beautiful and safe location for their time here. Many guests are coming for the first time to the area, and the executive director promotes the other assets here locally for them to enjoy. Once just a seasonal venue, the center now fills its calendars year-round with a large increase in requests for corporate and private events. The center is careful and strategic when considering new requests, ensuring that the quality of the fields, unique atmosphere, and standards are protected. For the future, the center's goal is to simply be more and to do more and be the best they can be for the community in which they serve. First Federal Bank and Trust. First Federal Bank and Trust is a community bank and the only mutual bank in Sheridan. They provide full-service banking solutions including deposit accounts, business loans, cash management services, home loans, equipment financing, and wealth management services. First Federal Bank was founded in Sheridan in 1935 as a mutual bank, meaning they don't pay stockholders, they pay their communities. The bank started as a safe place for local people to keep their money and later grew into a full-service bank to meet the needs of the community. The bank's mission is, we will support and improve the lives of our staff, customers, and communities. The Community Commitment Program was created in 2023 to take that mission statement even further. First Federal donated $1,000 every week to a nonprofit in the community. These random drawings were held in addition to regular donations made throughout the year. Team members are also encouraged to support the community through volunteering. Each employee is provided with $100 per year to use towards registration fees for nonprofit organization events. Each person can also earn up to 3 days of paid time off through volunteer hours. In honor of each employee's work anniversary, First Federal donates $250 to a nonprofit of the employee's choice. First Federal supports financial literacy by providing classroom workbooks to local students. Members of their team have visited classrooms to teach their materials in person. They welcome teachers and their students into the bank for education in banking processes, making deposits, using the ATM, and more. The Service-Led Inspire Committee was founded in 2018 to coordinate volunteer opportunities for staff and serve as a resource for organizations that rely on volunteer support. Committee members keep staff informed about upcoming volunteer opportunities and events. First Federal team members serve on the board of over 20 local organizations, and the bank participates in the Adopt a Highway program. First Federal Bank and Trust's strong values have always placed community first. While banking continues to evolve and change, their mission remains constant, and they look forward to finding new and innovative ways to support our communities and local organizations as the only mutual bank in Sheridan. Kilpatrick Creations Incorporated. Kilpatrick Creations provides custom screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products along with custom design assistance. Tom and Joanna Kilpatrick started the business in 1993 in a small office on Val Vista Street with a screen printing equipment starter set. As the business started to grow, they moved into larger space in the alley. Since that time, they have steadily growing, offering more services and products, and are now located in a 3,000 square foot office on Brundage Street. Whether it's t-shirts for a fundraising event, embroidered hats for a local business, or custom coffee mugs for thank you gifts, Kilpatrick's can handle it and everything in between. They accept orders of all sizes, specializing in work for businesses, organizations, individuals, and schools, both large and small. They also carry large retail selection of local school apparel, Sheridan baseball, and licensed merchandise for the Wyoming Cowboys. Kilpatrick services not only Sheridan area customers, but also ones around the country as well. Tom, Joanna, and their dedicated staff have worked incredibly hard to build the company to where it is now. The Kilpatricks and their staff are very involved with the youth in the community. A number of their staff members have coached local youth sport teams through the Sheridan Recreation District, Sheridan Storm Soccer, and Arvada Claremont Lady Panthers. They regularly sponsor athletics and local students in the pursuit of their goals. Over the years, they have donated monetary funds and products for raffles to organizations like Legion Baseball, CHAPS, Dog and Cat Shelter, and the Food Group. The Kilpatricks are excited to continually offer new product options and decorating processes. They are planning for continued growth and to be reliable, reputable business in the Sheridan community for many more years to come. Peter D's RV Park. Pete Shute began drawing sketches of an RV park on a napkin while on a trip through Oregon with his wife Barb. One day, he happened to be visiting Sheridan and decided to drive down Joe Street to check out a great piece of land he had noticed from the highway. He asked a friend about it and found out it was for sale but hadn't been advertised yet. He contacted the owner and immediately gave her a down payment. Construction of Peter D's RV Park began in the winter of 2002, and fortunately it was a warm winter so the park was able to open in May. In the meantime, Joe Street was dirt and mud. Although the city had the authorization to make improvements to the street, the railroad company was resisting due to the high cost to them. Without improvements, RVs wouldn't be able to get to the park. Pete decided to call the railroad himself, and as fate would have it, the big boss answered the phone. After listening to Pete's request, the railroad agreed to the improvements. Peter D's is a mom-and-pop park with 54 pull-through sites and full hookups. They have a dog run and a vegetable garden in the summer, which the Chutes share with their visitors. The park provides customers with the best of both worlds, located in the city, but in a country-like setting. Pete and Barb spend time with every visitor, telling them about Sheridan, handing out the Chamber's community guides and maps, pointing out landmarks and museums, and recommending restaurants and local shops. Their above and beyond customer service has encouraged many visitors to extend their stay, and the couple has sent thousands of visitors into Sheridan. Peter D's has had visitors from nearly every country, and Pete gives each one a Wyoming license plate. They in turn take a photo of it on their vehicle back home and send it to Pete, who frames it and places it on the park's Out of the Country Wall of Fame. Pete and Barb love working at the park and call it their slice of heaven. They plan to continue running the park as long as they are healthy and able. Sheridan County Fair Association. The mission of the Sheridan County Fair Association is to economically develop, maintain, and manage the fairground facilities for the benefit of the public. The Fair Board reports to the Sheridan County Board of Commissioners and is responsible for producing and managing an annual county fair and promoting the achievements of young people engaged in 4-H and FFA activities. A dedicated fairgrounds was constructed in the county in the late 1880s, then moved to its current site in 1906. The Sheridan WYO Rodeo began in 1931, and it, along with the county fair, became two of the most anticipated annual events for county residents. The Fair Association is dedicated to providing opportunities. The 40-acre facility, located within city limits, is open to the public, and many individuals and groups find it to be the perfect setting for their special events. In keeping with their mission, the Fair Association allows the 4-H and the FFA programs to use the facilities at no charge for most events. In 2023, the fairgrounds became the home of events previously held elsewhere in the area, as well as several new ones: the WYO Winter Rodeo, the Cowgirls and Cadillacs Horse Sale, the Superior Livestock Auction, Big Horse Livestock Jackpot, Cowboys Against Cancer Rodeo, and the Cirque Masejo Cavallo Equestrian Arts. Last year, the annual Junior Livestock Sale, held in conjunction with the county fair, boasted $733,636.25 in sales. While the money is impressive, the lessons learned at the Sheridan County Fairgrounds helped shape the Sheridan 4-H and FFA youngsters who raised and cared for these animals. These experiences are a key component to molding the ag industry, as well as the future of business, which subsequently impacts the future of Sheridan County, the state of Wyoming, and beyond. The Fair Association Board is working to reestablish a 501c3 foundation board in an effort to grow the funding for the facility so that improvements can be made to key areas. This includes the initial goal of building an open-span barn to be used as a multi-purpose building that would be a welcome addition to the fairgrounds in Sheridan County. Additional improvements are being considered as the Sheridan County Fair Association develops their long-range plan.
Graphics. Alpha Graphics of Wyoming is a locally owned and operated full-service visual marketing and print provider. The business started in the 1930s as a small print shop called Quick Printing Company. Current owners Matthew and Nadine Gale purchased Quick Printing in 2010, making them the third generation of Gales to own Quick Printing. In 2015, Matt and Nadine decided to convert the independent print shop into a member of the Alpha Graphics franchise, which provided them with access to a network of other owners, increased purchasing power, training, and more. The Alpha Graphics team partners with clients to provide business solutions and solve problems. Vested in their success, the team really gets to know their clients and their businesses. Alpha Graphics commits at least 8% of its annual revenues in discounts and donations to local nonprofit organizations. Nadine serves on several boards, including the Whitney Benefits Board of Trustees and the Chamber of Commerce Board. Members of the Alpha Graphics team helped organize and put on the Sod Farm Festival in 2023, raising money for the Sheridan High School Marching Band and Sheridan Foster Parent Exchange. In 2021, Alpha Graphics was awarded the Best in Operations Award for achieving operational excellence in the network for incorporating automation into the printing production processes. That same year, Alpha Graphics acquired Sheridan Printing and moved to its current location on North Main Street to accommodate its need for expansion. Looking forward, Matt and Nadine are engaged with leaders in the printing industry to monitor trends and stay up on new products and technologies. They continue to implement automation solutions and certifications that will add speed, consistency, and efficiency, allowing them to bid on regional and national print accounts and work with online print brokers like Etsy and Canva. They also plan to continue growing their digital marketing segment and add a sound studio. After participating in standard farmers markets for over 2 years, Cross E-Dairy owner Christine Hampshire realized that there was a need for more sales opportunities for local producers and a growing desire in the community to have more access to shopping for local foods. After several meetings with other local food producers, Cross E-Dairy decided to establish an indoor market, open year-round 4 days a week. Cross E-Dairy and Freedom Foods Market provides an indoor version of a farmer's market, so producers have more opportunity and assistance for providing their high-quality foods, and the community has more access to those foods. The business has created a platform for producers to sell their goods throughout the week, and customers can access those goods at a time convenient for them. Though the Freedom Foods Market didn't innovate the idea, Christine says the market brings back an age-old model of people being fed by those in their community and increasing food security for Sheridan. The Freedom Foods Market also helps local producers by lightening their workload when it comes to marketing and sales of their products. Crossy Dairy and many of the producers volunteer their time for educational purposes, such as hosting elementary, high school, and college group tours of their operations. Working in cooperation with organizations such as the Wyoming Food Coalition, Powder River Basin Resource Council, the Food Group, and Rooted in Wyoming, they have contributed time and feedback during the legislative process that continue to improve Wyoming's food freedom laws. Christine says the market is looking forward to more growth in the coming years. Having already outgrown its current space, expansion in a local food co-op will be high on the discussion list. The market will look at ways to include more producers, encourage them to have their own business success, and contribute to our community and economy with local food production. Imperial Powder Coating. Founded by Nate Barney in 2012, Imperial Powder Coating is a company committed to providing quality coating solutions to the Sheridan community and surrounding areas. The company offers sandblasting, powder coating, ceramic coatings, and thermoplastic coating solutions. Imperial Powder Coating is dedicated to raising the bar for powder coating quality. They value building lasting relationships with customers and always strive to exceed their expectations with every project. Nate is the only certified and extensively trained applicator in this region. Imperial Powder Coating is the only member of the Powder Coating Institute in the state of Wyoming, and Nate participates in the specialized trainings and working groups that lead the powder coating industry. Imperial Powder Coating believes in the power of a small business to reflect a community's character and make a positive impact in the local community and government. They support employees in their own volunteerism at organizations such as Goose Valley Fire Department, Lunch Together Soup Kitchen, and Rooted in Wyoming, to name just a few. They also donate services for free or at cost for projects with the Veterans Administration, Cars Club, and Johnson County School District. And they have sponsored numerous organizations such as the Sheridan Hawks, Sheridan Speedway, Story Days, Sheridan Civic Theater Guild, and others. Nate and the Imperial team also believe in the benefit of mentorship. Nate has worked with the Wyoming Cowboy Challenge to mentor youth during their program and provide employment upon their successful completion. Imperial Powder Coating has partnered with the Department of Workforce Services to provide an internship to students between 16 and 24 years old who are currently attending school or vocational training. Nate credits the community for the business's growth and plans to continue to meet the growing needs of the community, as well as expand to help fill the gaps in areas around Sheridan. The Imperial Powder Coating team hopes to build capacity and skill level to take on jobs of all sizes and needs. Sheridan Honda and Power Sports. Sheridan Honda and Power Sports is one of a few dealerships left in the country that sells and services both automotive and power sports under one roof. The business was formed in March of 2022 and is owned by Anthony Brownlee and Michael Graves, with Candace Crane serving locally as general manager. Sheridan Honda and Power Sports has 4 manufacturing partners, including Honda Cars, Honda Power Sports, Honda Power Equipment, and Bombardier. To company management, the most important measurement of success is not a financial measurement, but a people measurement. They believe happy employees create happy customers and are intentional about culture and work daily at conflict resolution. 90% of the employees that worked for the previous owner are still with Sheridan Honda and Power Sports today, of which 30% are women. Sheridan Honda and Power Sports partners with many local nonprofits and organizations, including Volunteers of America, Knights of Columbus, the Lions Club of Sheridan County, Sheridan High School, Sheridan College, Sheridan County 4-H and FFA, Sheridan County Sportsmen's Association, the Downtown Sheridan Association, Sheridan Legion Baseball, Story Days, and Sheridan County YMCA. The staff volunteer for VOA's Sheridan Empty Bowl event, and they hold an annual Black Friday pancake breakfast in partnership with the Lions Club of Sheridan County to offer free vision screening while enjoying pancakes to kick off Black Friday. Candace hosts a podcast called I Want to Do That, Women Helping Women Explore the Outdoors. Her guests are community members from a variety of outdoor recreation types who help provide education for women wanting to learn more about outdoor activities. Now and in the future, Sheridan Honda and Power Sports plans to continue empowering their team to do what is right for the customer and celebrate their accomplishments, both personal and professional, as a team. WYO Candle Company. WYO Candle Company creates handcrafted candles that capture the beauty, elegance, and ruggedness of Wyoming and the Western lifestyle. The business idea came after owners Megan and Dwight Stanislaw crafted some candles for a small fundraiser, and they officially launched WYO Candle Company in downtown Sheridan in August of 2019. That fall, WYO Candle Company was one of 5 finalists out of 39 entries in Impact 307's Sheridan Startup Challenge. WYO Candle Company is meticulous in making sure their candles are made of some of the best ingredients that make an exceptional candle of superb quality. They also have created innovative partnerships with local businesses for special projects. They've worked with Bought Beautifully, Luminous Brewhouse, and Red Bison Studio, and have held an annual artist competition to highlight Wyoming artists and their artwork in a fun and engaging way. WYO Candle Company's downtown location is first and foremost their production house. There, scents are developed, wood lids receive their branding, candles get poured by hand, and labels are applied before the final product makes its way to the display shelves and local retailers. The production house has limited retail hours to accommodate production and facilitate strong partnerships with Wyoming retailers, but customers can also purchase candles through their website and at a number of retailers in Sheridan, Gillette, Rollins, Cody, Casper, Torrington, and Pinedale. Throughout the year, WYO Candle Company is actively involved in the Sheridan community by way of donations to charitable causes, sponsorship of local events, and various contributions to the arts. WYO Candle Company also gives an annual donation to local charities that specifically help local families in the process of adoption. Megan and Dwight hope to maintain the business's steady growth, expand its online presence, develop new and exciting products, continue its tradition of partnering with Wyoming artists, and create more employment opportunities.
Mike Ash, Powder River Party Rentals. In 2018, Mike Ash moved back to Sheridan from Billings and purchased a small event business currently here in Sheridan and renamed it Powder River Party Rentals. The inventory that he started with that summer fit into two 10-by-20 storage units. As the summer progressed, it became apparent to Mike that there was a need in Sheridan for a much larger event rental business. In 2022, the business moved into a 6,000 square foot warehouse with a retail showroom, and the business is already growing out of that new facility. Powder River Party Rentals offers tents, chairs, tables, linens, lights, bars, radiant heaters, dance floors, bounce houses, and more, and has expanded to delivering rentals and party supplies to events all over Wyoming and the surrounding states. Mike values customer feedback and has added inventory based on what customers are looking for, such as wooden farm tables and wooden chairs. They also carry numerous tent options and sizes. In the last year, Party River Party Rentals expanded their pipe and drape inventory to accommodate the Rocky Mountain Leather Trade Show and can now accommodate any large trade shows that come to Sheridan. Mike also worked with a manufacturing company to produce their own line of cutlery and dinnerware sets. These sets sell below Amazon prices and are in stock right here in Sheridan. Mike says that every year they are making changes that customers need or want. Powder River Party Rentals has sponsored and donated to the Downtown Sheridan Association, Friends of the Library, the Chamber, Sheridan Pilots Association, Wyoming Girls School, and many more. Mike enjoys giving back to the community whenever he is able. The future for Party River Party Rentals includes continuing to meet customers' needs and expectations, which equals business growth in terms of offering and expanding their service area. Mike says, "You bring the guests, let us bring the rest." Doug Carlton, Carlton Construction, Carlton Homes. Doug Carlton is a third-generation owner of family-owned Carlton Construction and Carlton Homes, whose goal is to provide quality homes and build communities that enhance the Sheridan area. Doug says that the core of Carlton Construction is customer satisfaction with a big sprinkle of enjoyment. Doug can't recall a time in his life that his entire family wasn't involved in the building and construction industry. He and his wife actually met at a college built by Doug's grandfather. Doug took his first contractor license exam when he was 18 and took over the 80-year-old family business. Doug's love for the Sheridan community is well known to friends and family, and he supports many organizations in the community, including Legion Baseball, Mystic Softball, Downtown Sheridan Association, Friends of the Library, Pheasants Forever, where he served as both a president and board member, Elks Foundation, Ducks Unlimited, Dog and Cat Shelter, the VA Homeless Program, Bighorn Lions Club, Elks Club, Sheridan Booster Club, and the Sheridan College Startup, where he serves as a competition judge. Becoming a grandfather has changed Doug's professional focus. He is committed to doing everything he can to build homes and housing communities where Wyoming families can afford to enjoy the same quality of life and sense of community that his family has experienced. Doug proposed a new housing development to city officials in Sheridan that would provide quality-built, affordable new homes. The city embraced the concept without hesitation, and the Sheridan Hills Attainable Housing Development became reality, providing new homes starting in the high 200,000s. The project provides a long-term solution for Sheridan's housing needs and consists of 4 development phases that will span a decade or more. The Carlton construction team developed a unique multi-step plan to keep this development attainable for middle-class folks. A major hurdle the team faced was financing the home build process, especially for young buyers. Many young buyers cannot secure construction financing nor carry the monthly debt of a new home build while paying living expenses. First Federal Savings Bank provided the solution by agreeing to backstop Carlton Construction, allowing the company to finance the home builds. Doug says that the future of Carlton Construction is whatever Sheridan needs. For the foreseeable future, that is attainable housing for young families. Megan Cook, Java Moon. In 2021, Megan and Ron Cook purchased local coffee shop, cafe, and bakery Java Moon, located in the heart of downtown Sheridan. Java Moon provides customers with a warm, comfortable place to gather while enjoying quality coffee and tea. Made from scratch baked goods and breakfast and lunch sandwich options, as well as catering and takeout orders. When the Cooks purchased Java Moon, they did so with a desire to preserve and enhance the business, making sure that it remains a favorite in downtown Sheridan for years to come. Java Moon supports the Sheridan community in many ways. Java Moon supports local art and music by partnering with Sage Community Arts to feature a local artist each month and hosts the Sheridan Junior High Choir and guitar classes a few times each year. Since Megan and Ron purchased the business, Java Moon has given to many local organizations and sponsored many events throughout the Sheridan community, both monetarily and with gift cards and merchandise for fundraisers. Megan currently sits on the local Whitney Benefits Board of Directors and statewide Make-A-Wish Board and is very actively involved in her community. She is a past Girl Scout leader, Leadership Sheridan County graduate, past Downtown Sheridan Association board member, and volunteer Make-A-Wish wish granter. Megan continues to hire and retain friendly, quality staff by providing a great work environment for her baristas and bakers, and is proud to have a very low turnover of employees. Megan has also implemented new technology in the past years that allows the staff to be more efficient and enhances the customer experience. Seeing a need in the community for a place to hold a private meeting or work quietly, Megan created The Phases by Java Moon, a conference room available for rent for business meetings and gatherings by the hour or day. With plans to add some new menu items and possibly a fresh look over the next few years, Megan and the Java Moon staff are committed to providing a place for locals and visitors alike to gather and feel welcome while supporting the Sheridan community. Marisa and Darren Olson, On the Rocks Jewelry, Inc. Darren and Marisa Olson have been part of Sheridan's Main Street since 1997 when they opened 45th Parallel, which they owned and operated for 12 years. In 2010, Marisa set her sights on finding her next adventure. She had always loved jewelry and rocks of all kinds and wanted to create a space that prioritized fun and where people felt comfortable. She became a gemologist and opened a small shop on a side street in Sheridan, planning to be open only a few days a week and by appointment. After being in business less than a year, Marisa realized Sheridan's needs were greater. Darren thought it would be an exciting endeavor to join her, and he became a bench jeweler. On the Rocks Jewelry Inc. specializes in bridal jewelry, as well as fine-colored gemstone pieces and custom designs. Personalized services include hand-sketching custom designs, locating special diamonds and other gemstones to meet the customer's needs, and remodeling heirlooms. The couple set out to create a new, approachable atmosphere for today's clients, and their team prides themselves on their customer service and cherish making new friends with every sale. In 2020, the Olsons were able to invest in a beautiful piece of downtown Sheridan's history by purchasing their current location at 121 North Main Street. The exciting renovation was able to showcase a few of the original features of the building, while also making needed updates and bringing new life to the location. Both Darren and Marisa have spent time on different collaborative boards and have encouraged community growth. Darren enjoyed volunteering with Sheridan Area Search and Rescue for over 10 years, while Marisa's passion is supporting our local animal shelters, as well as youth enrichment projects. Now in their 14th year with On the Rocks, Darren and Marisa say their team never tires of matching the right piece of jewelry to the right person. They plan to continue to pivot and change as needs arise, and will always be grateful to Sheridan for their good fortune. Patrick Sucher, Harker Mellinger, LLC. Patrick Sucher is a partner at Harker Mellinger, LLC, a full-service CPA firm in Sheridan specializing in business advising, small business accounting, professional tax services, estate and succession planning, and business valuations. Harker Mellinger was formed in the 1980s and since then has grown to nearly 20 personnel, serving a wide range of clients in Sheridan, the surrounding area, and multiple states. In the decades since their founding, the partners and staff have worked with countless small businesses to help them achieve the success they strive for. Their number one goal is to be there every step of the way for business owners. Originally from Gillette, Patrick received his bachelor's degree from Humboldt State University in 2009 after a stint in the Montana National Guard. He became a CPA in 2012 and moved to Sheridan that same year to work for Harker Mellinger. Patrick's passion lies in providing critical insights to entrepreneurs and established business owners to streamline operations, improve the bottom line, and attain maximum tax efficiency. Patrick is a graduate of Leadership Sheridan County and has presented numerous training sessions for the Chamber's Ignite Conference. Patrick is very involved in the performing arts, not only as an actor in local productions, but also serving as treasurer for the Civic Theater Guild and the WYO Performing Arts and Education Center. He is also a founding member and treasurer of the Bighorn Homebrew Club, a nonprofit that hosts the Untapped Homebrew Fest. In June of 2020, Patrick was named one of the Sheridan Press's 20 Under 40, which recognizes young professionals who go above and beyond contributing to the community in both their personal and professional lives. As a partner at Harker Mellinger, Patrick has worked with their team to be a 360-degree resource for small business owners. From business advising to tax, long-term strategic planning, Patrick says the goal for the business is to be the go-to resource for entrepreneurs and business owners, and he looks forward to continuing to make valuable long-term relationships with clients and local stakeholders.